Alright, hello everyone. I have ordered another fish online. This time it's from Discover Aquatics, which is where the eel pig guy works at. And this time it's actually saltwater too. So not only is it my first time ordering a saltwater fish online, it's my first time ordering a fish from Discover Aquatics. Alright. This fish I ordered is a fish, a type of fish I've been trying to find a species of for sale for a while. For saltwater. So I might have mentioned it in previous videos. Discover Aquatics. See? Thanks, Nick. Cow Turtle, the eel pig guy. There's their information if you want to order fish from them or email them. Alright. Alright, that's a hint before I show you. Alright, I am excited. Alright. Here we go. Seems to be alive, which is good. Oh, I might have to do this two-handed. Alright. Big grand reveal. A toadfish. Finally got myself a toadfish. This one is an orange toadfish. I think I requested the bigger one, and this is it. This is the 4-inch one, I believe. They had 2 in stock, and I finally got myself one with some Christmas money. Looks very gorgeous and healthy. Oh, I am so excited. Look at this. Alright, so we're going to get this guy temperature acclimating in the 37-gallon, and then I might do a little bit of drip acclimating, just because I asked Nick, Cow Turtle, what they keep their salinity as. He said about 1.020, and my salinity and specific gravity on my tank is about, from when I tested it last night, 1.023-ish. I'm going to raise it soon, but I'm going to drip acclimate these guys. I know some toadfish species are euryhaline and can handle large swings in salinity, but I'm still going to be safe. He also advised to not drip acclimate them for more than 30 minutes. So I'm probably just going to do like 10-20 minute drip acclimation. Technically, I don't do drip acclimations. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Alright, but I'm going to get this guy in the tank to temperature acclimate. Alright, here he is. Floating for temperature acclimation in the tank. It's about almost 1:35. I think it's more specifically 1:33 or 1:34 p.m. or so at the time I'm recording this clip. So I'll probably acclimate him for probably till like 150 for the temperature temperature acclimate. So yeah, and in the meantime, I might scrub some of the algae off the glass. And in case you're new to my small but hopefully going to be popular channel, this is my 37-gallon saltwater tank. The algae on the glass I'll scrub off, but the algae on the back glass and some on the side glass, and this here is all natural. This is supposed to be a saltwater mangrove estuary kind of tank. And don't worry, I still do water changes. But the algae, not only does it help cover some of the back of the glass, it also helps filter out and clean out the water, and also just makes some of it, in my opinion, look nice and more natural. I am going to do a water change later today or tomorrow, because the water is getting a little bit cloudy. Probably from some food that the horseshoe crabs didn't get to. Speaking of horseshoe crabs, and other inverts, but speaking of horseshoe crabs, there's one there. I think that's Horsey, my original first horseshoe crab I got. The bigger, newer horseshoe crab, I haven't seen as much lately. I think it might be molting, ? But yeah, right, I'll get back to you when we get this guy in the tank. Oh, and then also, while I'm at it, just a quick update. The spider decorated crab's doing well. Frosty the snowflake moor eel's doing well. Yeah, he just, for some reason he twitches sometimes. I think that's like a sensory thing. I could be wrong, but I think it is. The Uni the engineer goby's doing well. I finally got him eating again. He was on a hunger strike, but he's doing well. The 2 horseshoe crabs are doing well, especially Horsey now that, because I see Horsey out and about. And the other one I think is either molting or just hiding. The slipper lobster is doing well. The Spanish slipper lobster is doing well. And then the 2 hermit crabs are doing well. We got 2 in here somewhere. I know there's 1 back there. And then the other hermit crab is somewhere in here. It might be in the shell. But there's at least 1 hermit crab back here. But yeah, anyways, I'll get back to you when we get the toadfish in the drip acclimating and then eventually into the tank. All right. Time to get this guy drip acclimating. He's been floating and temperature acclimating for about 15 minutes or so, probably a little over 15 minutes. And we're gonna get him drip acclimating. Sorry, I wasn't filming him. I got distracted with the angle of the camera. So what I don't actually drip acclimate, I guess you could say, because of the materials and resources I have. But what I do is I just take a few, like a scoop of the tank water, pour it in the bucket with him, and do that for a bit, and then take some, and then sometimes depending from what it is, most of the time I just take a scoop and put it back into the tank, but sometimes, or just put in a different bucket. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna get this guy drip acclimating, or just water acclimated. All right, a little toadfish is in the bucket. It has appeared or seemed like that possibly one of its spines may have popped a tiny little hole in the bag, only because it seemed as if some water was coming out. But that could have also been water that got on the bag that was dripping off. Like, for example, when he was float acclimating in the bag for temperature acclimating in the tank, some of the water might got on the bag, and that therefore it might have just been water dripping off. But it was also happening in the bag that was inside, like the double bag, if that makes sense. So, but either way, he's fine. And it was, if it was even a leak that one of his spines might have caused him, it was only a small one, and a lot of oxygen was still in the bag and a lot of water. And that brings me to my next question, not question, or not necessarily question, just thing. I'm pretty sure these ones are kind of venomous, I think. I'm not going to touch it at the moment, because I don't want to stress it out, or I don't want to, if it is venomous, I don't want to get spines. But based on one of Cow Turtle's videos, or the eel pit guy who works at Discover Aquatics, one of his videos, he caught a Gulf or oyster toadfish, one of the two, and he got spined by a little, and like cut his skin open. But I think he said he didn't really feel anything, or just a little sting. But and I'm also pretty sure the orange toadfish, like this guy, I could be wrong, I'll verify it in a moment, but I think this is actually an orange color morph of the oyster or Gulf toadfish. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. But what I do is I get a cup of the tank water and just slowly pour it into here. Sometimes they add an aerator to a bucket, it just depends. But I was advised, or Nick, he said I shouldn't drip acclimate it, like, or this, for more than 30 minutes. And I don't plan to either. So I'm just going to do this. I'm only doing this as a precaution because the salinity in my tank and the salinity and specific gravity in my tank is a little higher than, like a teensy bit higher than what he said theirs was, and I just want to be safe. So just doing this for a bit, and I'll get back to you guys in a moment once I'm done pouring this in. Oh, and then also after I pour this cup of water in, I want to show you guys something. It's nothing like major. I just want to point out, I did, while I was acclimating, scrape a lot of the algae off the front glass that I could get to, because without a stool, I can't really get the bottom of it that well. But yeah, So I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. All right, I know I said I'll get back to you guys when I'm done getting the toadfish acclimated, but I quickly sat down and did some research and looked some things up, because what species the Gulf toadfish is and stuff like that. And I was correct. What species the orange toadfish is. I was correct. The orange toadfish is the Gulf toadfish. And I was looking up why they become orange, and at first the only results I was getting is that during mating season, the females get like orange overlaps or something. And I looked up what that looks like, and it looks like the colorations of these guys. And then it also said the orange coloration isn't a permanent full color thing. But that actually surprised me, because one, if this is a breeding colors, then this guy wouldn't be a full-time orange toadfish. And second of all, if it said the orange colors are temporary, how come this guy, as far as I'm aware of, has been orange the whole time? So apparently it's just a color morph. So an orange toadfish, like, yes, the Gulf toadfish do get that orange color when they're breeding, at least the females from what I heard, but it's also a color morph. So maybe this is a female. It could be a male, but that's something cool I learned. And that also, I assume that also probably means, if say this is a female, and then if I'd assume if you get a regular Gulf toadfish that is a male, assuming that this is a female as an example, I'd assume they'd still breed, but I don't know what the color of the babies would be. But yeah, so that's something cool that I knew that I learned, because I was always curious, like, what species were the orange toadfish. It also said it is untrue or like a myth that these guys are toxic or venomous. Apparently it's just like, not a folk tale or not, like, it's just like a myth. Some toadfish species do in fact have toxins and spines and are venomous, but these guys are not. I think they might have some sort of defense mechanism that could be like mistaken for venom or just like similar to it, but overall they're not like venomous. And time to get in the tank. Time to get this little orange toadfish in the tank. Come on, little. Dang, is he like suction cup to that? Here, come on, there you go, come on. Alright, there you go. But yeah, you can kind of tell it has a little bit of that original Gulf toadfish kind of pattern. But it's also because he's a little stressed, so it's not his true colors. He might grunt. I don't want to stress him out. Let's get him in the tank. There he is. Weed him down some to the PVC pipe. Swim back into the net. Oh, there you go, buddy. These are my mangrove root trees. But he seems to be settling nicely. Oh, you can already see the orange on him is all colored back up, mainly for the most part. Look at him. I'll make sure to give updates on this guy. And a big thank you to Nick, aka Cow Turtle. Oh, sorry, my brother is yelling. Okay, anyways, a big thank you and appreciation to Nick, aka Cow Turtle, and the rest of the employees at Discover Aquatics for keeping this toadfish healthy before they shipped him. I definitely plan on buying something from them again online. I hope to go to their store in person. But yeah, big thank you to you guys at Discover Aquatics. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And hopefully see you in the next video if you guys tune in. Alright, so peace.